Welcome to the Weatherwise podcast. I'm your host, Ed Oswald. Since we're now on video, we had to have a lot of pretty pictures. But in all seriousness, fall foliage is a perfect topic for our first video episode. Sorry if you're listening to our audio podcast, but this is better viewed than heard. Our new season just happens to coincide with the most colorful time of the autumn season, so let's dive in. The changing colors are part of a natural process happening within the leaf itself. While certain tree leaves turn brighter colors than others naturally, the intensity of those colors is affected by two outside factors: available daylight, decreasing this time of year, and you guessed it, the weather. So what happens to cause these leaves to change? Before we answer that, it's important to understand how trees and specifically leaves survive. They produce food through a process known as photosynthesis. Cells containing the pigment chlorophyll produce sugars, giving the leaf its familiar green color. However, photosynthesis requires a lot of sunlight to occur, and in the mid-latitudes, there is only enough of that in the spring and summer. As the days get shorter, this process breaks down and eventually stops altogether. Chlorophyll isn't the only pigment found in tree leaves. At least 4 others are found: anthocyanin, xanthophyll, carotenoids, and tannins. Anthocyanin gives things like cranberries, apples, and grapes their red and purple hues, while xanthophyll is found in corn, daffodils, and bananas and appears yellow. Carotenoids produce an orange color and is found in carrots, oranges, and of course pumpkins. Finally, after all these processes shut down, all that is left is tannins, which gives us the color brown. Xanthophyll and carotenoids are present in most leaves all season, but are hidden by the production of chlorophyll. However, anthocyanin typically isn't produced till the fall as the weather cools. Oaks, most maples, and dogwood trees typically turn shades of red, while leaves of aspens and poplars turn yellow. However, some trees like elms have no color change at all, and the leaves simply turn brown. Whether you see a lot or a little color also depends on the types of trees in your area. We are lucky here though. I'm biased, but some of the best places to see fall color is close to home in Pennsylvania and the Appalachian Mountains. We benefit from a diverse variety of trees in our forests, something not found in most of the country. The result is those picturesque shots of the reds, oranges, and yellows as far as the eye can see. We've explained why it happens. So what does weather have to do with the show Mother Nature puts on each autumn? 2 things matter here: temperature and moisture. Let's start with temperature. While most think cold weather is important for the best colors, it is actually better for it to be warmer during the day and cool but not near or below freezing at night. Think jacket weather. This allows leaves to produce sugars during the day, with the cool night weather causing the veins of the leaf to close off, trapping that sugar inside. This turns to anthocyanin, producing the most brilliant colors. And while you also want it to be dry and sunny, sufficient rainfall in the months prior is important. A late spring or dry summer limits growth, delaying the fall color change. If it gets cold too quick or there is drought, there may be little if any fall color, or leaves may fall prematurely. A warm red spring, a seasonal summer, and warm sunny fall days with cool nights produces the best color. While of course I'd love for you to come to the Keystone State, there's plenty of places elsewhere to see fall color. Fall color begins in late September, first across the Rockies, and then across the far northern U.S. in the first weeks of October. By the end of the month, most of the northern half of the country is awash in color, spreading into the southern U.S. ahead of Thanksgiving. Once an area reaches peak color, the colors last anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, although weather factors play a role here as well. Breezy weather will encourage leaf fall, ending the color change process early. Similarly, abruptly cold falls will shut down food production, accelerating that natural process. To our friends along the Gulf Coast, fall color isn't much of a significant event, but those areas receive a consistent amount of sunlight year-round, which helps maintain photosynthesis. This year's weather should be favorable for fantastic fall foliage, especially across the Northeast. We've had pretty much the ideal weather conditions all year long and escaped the worst of the heat this summer. We'll be keeping an eye out locally. I want you to as well. What colors are common around you? Has it started? You can send us an email at podcast@seriouslyweather.com or reply in the comment section on our website or on YouTube. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we already have many others in the works. Our next one answers a weather why on a topic you may have wondered yourself. Why was this year's hurricane season so quiet? be sure to tune in. That's all for today's episode. So until next time, stay weatherwise, everyone.